shoot. Oh. Fuck my controller. Garnet to Alexandros, the future queen of Alexandria. Technically, no relation to the current queen, whose daughter died many years ago from sickness. But we're not supposed to find that out until like disc 3, I think. I'm the wrong person to play a game with if I've played the game before, because I will explain things that are happening now in the context of you've already played the game and you know what's going on. Unless I say I'll try to be spoiler free, and I'll try to do that from now on, I guess, in this game, because I don't like to spoil it. And I just realized how much of a huge spoiler that one little piece is. I mean, it's not the main thing of the game. It's nowhere near the biggest secret of the game, but it is a bigger one. But it is by far not the biggest secret of the game, or anywhere near the point of the game either. So. Oh no! Hulk smash! Now we've got to use minimum wage chop. You lazy bum. Ah, he killed Senna. That's not cool. That ain't steal the thing that he has. It's, I think, a weapon. Hang it. Bring back Senna. Oh, it's a wrist. Oh, wait, he has a bunch of stuff, doesn't he? Ah, boss, you fell down. Heal yourself, Senna. Ain't nobody attacking you, old man. We're stealing everything you got out of your pockets first. You didn't pay us the money this week for the show. You owe us money. Where's my money, man? Don't make a fool out of me, man. Don't make a fool out of me. Where's my money, man? Where's my money? some damage to him. Can't do too much damage to him because... Senna, no! I'm not saving Senna again. Haha, you bum. Is that all he has? Just one potion and one wrist? So my guy should be able to steal something from him. Right. There it is. Bye, boss. Sorry it had to be this way. That Mage Masher is a pretty doggone good weapon. Hey, man, I'm gonna give me. Why would I restore HP to you? You have tried to hurt me. Hang on, I'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely sounds of Trino, home of the biggest bidding hall in all the world, where you can literally bid on anything and buy just about anything. Hey, look, it's a mini Alexandria. I think I get that model later on. I definitely get a mini Burmecia. I'm pretty sure I get a mini Burmecia, a mini Lindblom, and a mini Alexandria. And then I also get a couple of mini ships and some airships. I think I get a models of all of the main cities and all of the main craft that we use. Are like special collectible items I can get in the game if I work hard enough and believe in myself. That's when I kidnapped the princess, right? The most precious, the most babylicious beauty in all of Alexandria, Princess Garnet till Alexandros. At least that's what our boss thinks. She's the most babylicious beauty in all of Alexandria. There's Vivi. Hey, Vivi. And we are all very thankful to him. And we honor him and his work by playing it and talking about it and discussing it and existing in the world that he created. We do not honor it by paying ridiculous sums of money to corporations who have no souls and no love for the art that they hold prisoner. Thanks, little girl. You're awesome. Come on, Vivi. Wait. Well, let me use my joystick. Okay, so it's got to be something up here. Controls. That should be. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Thank you. There's one more right about. Oh, no, that's right. It's behind the statue. Oh. It's right there. Yeah. And then there's another card way out here somewhere. I can't remember exactly where. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Take it. Yeah. And now we can leave. Ah, come on. There we go. Hi, little rat boy. You'd be surprised at how much these early game finding things count toward your treasure hunter rank later in the game when you're at the freaking Citadel or whatever it's called. Because, I mean, if you want to find out the four-armed man's name, you've got to be the best in the land. Otherwise, he won't even talk to you. Imagine they're just $27 just chilling on the floor, just laying there. There's there it is. Some money here, and then in the weapons shop, I think there's also some money. I got 4 monies. Where's the... Oh. Thought there was one down there, but... Yes, give me my goodies, my good things. Ah, yes. Nothing can stop me now. I am invincible, yes. I think the term, damn it. I think the term is invincible. Invincible is visible, whatever. Dang it. Ah. Dang it. See, some of these spots are just difficult to find because they're literally on the edges of things. Like, really on the edges of things. And I would play this minigame, but I suck at it, and I'm not going to sit here and do it for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours just to get nowhere. It's a fun minigame, though. If you can get the timing down right, then it's really worth it. And I suppose, I mean, I could sit here and save every single time I jump, you know, and make absolute sure that I get it, but I'm not going to do that. It's boring, it's cheating, it's dishonest. It's dishonest to the core of the game. I feel if I can't complete a minigame like that on my own merit, then I don't deserve the prize at the end. I'm not even 100% sure what you get for completing that minigame because I've never done it. I mean, I've done it and I've gotten like certain levels, but I've never gotten the actual prize at the end, which I think is like a coral ring or something like that. I don't know. I know that everything you find like that in the game you can get elsewhere, but getting it early on, because the coral ring makes you immune to lightning damage, so it's a very useful thing this early in the game to be immune to that kind of damage, considering that the black waltz, I think the second black waltz shoots lightning at you. I know the first black waltz is mainly a fucking ice user, an ice mancer. But the second one definitely uses electricity to shoot down the fucking airship. I want everything in the bell. Give it all to me. Boy! Goodies. I thought stuff fell from the bell. No. Okay. I may be crazy. You may be right. I may be crazy. But it just may be a lunatic you're looking for. Oh, that's right. I can't actually go this way until I find out that my ticket's a fake. Hang on. Forgot. Yo, what's up, bro? Yeah, I got a ticket to the show, bro. Now let's see what I got. All right, I got me a goblin there. I got me 2 goblins. Ooh, one's got 4 and one's got 1. That one's not really. I mean, that one can be useful. Most of the time, it's not going to be. That one's really useful. Ish. Take it or leave it. Nah. It's always the same. Always the same initial cards. I think they're always just the same cards. I used to think when I was a kid that there was like a random assortment of points, but I've come to understand that there are. But when you get them in specific locations in the game, like these cards, they're always the same cards. They always have the same points. They always have the same power. It's always the exact same cards. Like the skeleton is always those top 5. The flan is always the bottom left corner, or the bottom left corner like that. Like that one's always the bottom right. Like it's just, I've played this game so many times. It's always the same. See, like I've already got 110 points on my collector level. Because I'm that gangsta. People just don't understand. It hurts to be this good. I may have flubbed just a small amount. You actually can't go down the alleyway and do all that shit that I just did unless you don't get your ticket checked and you run down there first. Like you can still find all the cards and everything like that, but you can't ring the bell and do all that good stuff without anything happening. All right. See, and you can take time by saying, "Oh, I think someone's coming," and then like, there was. I'm not going to say his name. There was the 4-armed man. Oh no, that wasn't the 4-armed man. That was, damn it, who was that? He's someone else. But the 4-armed man. You're not really supposed to know. Hey, it's Mog. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This Mog is Kupo. Kupo. Stiltskin. Now that's an investment everyone should always make. The price always increases by a known amount. Like it's one, I think it's 111, and then 222, and then 333, and then 444, and then 555, and then 666, and then 7. But like, eventually you're paying like pennies for things that cost insane amounts of money from Stiltskin. Like if you just keep investing the money every time you see him, eventually it's so worth the money. Come back, Stiltskin. No. Yeah, I always invest in Stiltskin. Oh wait, I want to talk to you to save it. pull out a big ass book out of nowhere, like literally out of nowhere. Where did you pull that from, Kupo? Ah, I may have found a problem. All right. Yeah, I am not going to be able to save using the save thing. I'm going to have to save using... See, I've never had this problem with the freaking... Close it. I ain't never had a problem like that. I ain't never had a problem saving my game before. Especially on that shit. Let's try using it on a different chord. So I thought... think there's anything. Oh, I know what you want me to do, game. I've never actually explored this opening area right here with the candle before. There's nothing. Alright, cool. Let's beat the hell out of the boss again. I love the duality of how it's a boss fight, but it's like it's their boss. But like it's fully a boss fight. It's just not like you'd normally think of when you think of a boss fight. You think, oh, it's a boss fight, you know, because you got the mini boss fight, and then you got the boss fight, the big bad guy of the level. He's the boss. You don't think about a boss fight being, you know, you versus your boss. But for sure, this is a boss fight. That was fast. Ah, loser. Poor Senna. He probably gonna die again. See? He does 80 damage to him in one hit. Like, there's no saving Senna. Senna starts with 75 health. And then he does 80 points of damage in one hit. There's no saving him. Irritates me that I have to fight this guy over again. But it's better to figure out that I can't save it through that. I should have saved this through the save state before I tried this. But I've never, not ever had an issue with saving my game. My goodness, if my health was this low at virtually any other point in the game, I would be shitting my pants. I'd be like, well, we're done. We're fucked. Game over. Pretty sure one more hit and he's done. I'm gonna try hitting him one more time. Oh, that was it. Damn. So the plan now is just to steal, steal, steal. Until I get that Mage Masher. No! He killed Marcus. This is taking too long to get this Mage Masher. Why? How dare you touch him in his no-no square? Why? Why couldn't you steal anything? Now you listen to me, you little bastard. I don't care if you try to kill everybody. I want the weapon. You will either give to me, or I will stab you in the heart. I'm really starting to get a little fucking irritated. It shouldn't take this long. Pretty sure one more attack, yeah, ends it. Bastard. Maybe I can attack him one more time with Blank, but I think Blank's more powerful than Marcus. I just focus on stealing from him. There, finally. Good night. Let's go ahead and save that right there. See, that's what it says when the enemy no longer has anything to steal. It says, doesn't have anything. You tell it, you're like, hey, steal from that person. They're like, we can't. They ain't got none. They ain't got shit. Otherwise, it just says you can't. You couldn't. You didn't. You didn't want it enough. People will do well to recognize that I may not be a fat ass anymore, which is funny because when I stopped smoking methamphetamine, I actually lost weight. I gained weight on meth, which was weird. I don't understand how that happened, but I was almost 300 pounds on methamphetamine. It was crazy. Probably because I had that shit under control and was still forcing myself to eat. Unfortunately, my body wasn't processing any of the actual nutrients. It was just processing the sugars and stuff into fat, and I was just getting fat because my body was in constant starvation mode, because I would go for days and days and days without eating, and then when I finally would eat something, it was usually just carbs and sugar. So because my body was in starvation mode, it just packed all the fat around my middle. It was like, no, you're going to die if we don't do this. It's like, no, I'm not going to die, but I am going to if you give me a heart attack. My body was like, no, trust me, we know what we're doing. So I was like, no, trust me, I'm going to get off the meth. I know what I'm doing. And I did. I drove all the way back out to the West Coast to hang with my sister, but I couldn't find any work in Reno, and I was like, you know what? If it's gonna be this difficult to exist, I'm just gonna go and chase a dream that I had once when I was little. And I came to LA. I've done a couple things. I've done a little bit of a little bit of stuff, but I've learned more about the skills that I have and the skill set. And how I can now do the voice of the Joker. It's something I found out only quite recently, in fact. And it's been blowing my mind. But we can't all take the time out of our day to learn the truth about ourselves. No, no, no. Some of us have to be hurled off a building into traffic before we'll get the point. I like Mark Hamill's Joker. That's the animated Joker that I grew up with as a kid, was Mark Hamill's Joker. But I never knew that I could do his voice until the other day when I was fucking around, and I was just like, I wonder if I can do it. And it would have to be, I actually started thinking about how I would do Heath Ledger's Joker differently. I would put in more of a maniacal side to it, and then that's when I realized that I can actually do the high-pitched maniacal sound that the Joker makes whenever Mark Hamill does his voice. Even the dark, rich undertone that makes him sound so menacing. Which is funny because it's actually the menacing part that's the deep menacing part that's actually a lot scarier than the cackling high voice of being the crazy person. You're right, little girl. I did drop my ticket. Now, can you imagine if earlier... Oh, I've got to turn the auto run. It'll always run on. It would really piss me off if earlier I had done that stupid jump rope game, and then the emulation had locked up while trying to save on the memory card. I'd have been so angry. I'd have been like, "Argh!" That's why I don't do things like that. It's just a recipe for irritating me. Now, that being said, I will spend hours and hours and hours at the Trino auction house until I've bought everything in the game. At least once. Because back when I was a kid, before I knew how to beat Ozma the Fantastic, I didn't like to cheat. I mean, you could back then cheat with the Game Shark. It was really great. But I tried not to cheat on games like this. Just takes all the fun out of it if you do stuff like that. But there is a way to beat Ozma without going through the trouble of finding all of the spirit animals and talking to them and stuff. You little rat boy, stop running into me. But like, cause normally you've got out in the world, you've got the animals that you've got to find, and each one will ask you for, it's usually ore is what they want. Sometimes it's different shit, but it's always an animal. It's always a monster that you can fight in that area, but it's a non-aggressive version of a monster that you can find in that area. Like, for example, in the middle of the ocean, there's the tiny little island with the little tiny fluffy rams. Well, the final animal that you've got to find, it's like a sequence of 7 of them that you've got to find. The final one you've got to find is a little lamb on that island. And those lambs are like level 99 creatures. They're like the hardest things in the game, and they look like these cute little lambs. And you've just got to walk around and fight these hard motherfuckers until one appears that doesn't want to kill you. And then once you find that one that doesn't want to kill you, you've got to feed it the right type of ore or whatever. And then once you've done that, that will allow you to use the attack command against Ozma. Otherwise, the only ability you have against Ozma, if you don't go through that whole animal quest, is the item command. That's the only command ability that is available to you if you fight Ozma without going through the animal quest, which virtually makes it impossible to defeat Ozma. However, there is an item in the game that you can find that does 9,999 damage to Ozma every time you use it on her. And you can store 99 of every item in the game. And the Trino auction house sells every item in the game randomly. So if you buy 99 dark matter from the Trino auction house, you don't have to buy that much. You only have to buy like 40 or 50. I think she's only got like 40 or 50,000 health or some shit like that. It's really, her health really isn't that high. Ozma's health is not what makes Ozma hard. The fact that you have to go through all that bullshit before you can ever fight Ozma is what makes Ozma hard. And then the battle with Ozma's nothing to sweat at, you know what I mean? It's not like Ozma's a pushover. Ozma will destroy your entire group in like a couple of hits. And you'll be like, what happened? And I'll be like, Ozma. So, I mean, even with the attack command, and you may have to use more than like 40 or 50. You may have to end up using like 80 or 90 of them dark matters, but every dark matter you use does 9,999 damage on Ozma. So if you purchase enough of them, you can actually use dark matter to defeat Ozma and never go through the animal quest. It is actually possible to do that. Freedom. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Oh, yes, it's prime. Wait, let me go back. That's right, I don't need to go back there. I don't need to do any of that stuff. I just do it for shits and giggles when I play the first time usually. Because most people come here and peek into the ticket booth and get their thing signed, and they go and they go down. They never go down that alleyway before Alleyway Jack is there, or whatever the rat kid's name is. I don't think he's Alleyway Jack. I think Alleyway Jack's the drunk in the bar, but I'm not 100% on that stuff. Oh, thank you, lion-headed person. Why you do me this way? I do nothing, man. Why you do me this way? I love how me falling, running down the alley makes him do something. Like how I'm responsible for his shitty sign work because I tripped on a piece of cobble. I just popped my lumbar. That was... Oh, that was nice. All right. Saving my state. Hey, you, Mog. Now that I'm using a different emulator, and it didn't tell me that it did not say that it could not find the BIOS, which means it found the BIOS, which means it shouldn't have any problem creating the memory card file this time. Like that. See? Why was that so hard? Probably just the other core is just a shitty core. I'll discharge it. Delete it, get rid of it. It's not worth having. But this core's good. I can save the memory cards, I can save states. It's good. It's on the magnet. I know. You have mail for me, yes? Right. I know. That's right. I know you have a favorite. Thank you. Gotta get Mognet up and running. That's a very important quest to do in this game, too. But it literally does, like, fall. Yeah, so. No point in worrying now. You little bastard. Why there's gold at the bird nest, I don't understand. His name is Vivi. That's my homie. You're my boy, Blue. Puck, that's right. I always forget his name is Puck. Treasure. I don't think there's anything over there, no. Money. Hey, money. Which is all I have left now that my parents are gone. When they were shot when I was a child. And now all I have is my money and my rage. Because I am the Batman. Oh, dear Lord. He's gone back to the Lego Batman again. Whatever shall we do? I love how there's just like a hole into the castle that has just been able to be, well, it's not really a hole. I mean, it's where the parapets are separated right there and they're kids. It just makes it look gargantuan. But like the guards walk by there every day and they've never looked down and seen the small piece of scaffolding that the children have put up there so that they can sneak into the castle. The truth is they don't care. They do not care about the gutter snipes and the gutter rats running around the castle. Why? Most of their parents work there. Plus, they're kids for the rich and wealthy to befriend, so they learn how their subjects are. It's healthy for them. If I were king and or emperor or whatever, I would be probably the most lenient freaking emperor in the world, because I'd be like, no, let the lowest of the low children into the castle to run around and play and be happy. Why not? Now they're not allowed to get into like bad stuff like weapons, knives, guns, the food. No, but they can run around the castle and play with the kids in the castle, all the freaking nobles' children. Why not? What makes them different? The fact is, if I'm running my kingdom well and I'm running it good, those children, there really shouldn't be any difference between the quote-unquote noble children and the quote-unquote street urchins. Not in class, not in status, and not in finances. Like, if I'm doing a good job as a ruler, all of them should be able to intermingle and not be able to tell whose children are whose. Your kingdom is only as great as its poorest citizen. This minigame's not too bad. I know I'm not actually to the sword fight thing, because that's on the freaking blob. I always forget to save it before that. I'm a nerd, it's okay. I'm artistic, so you could just say that, like, it's a mental thing. Just be like, he's special. I really am autistic, though. But it's funny to say artistic. I'm artistic. Because I am also artistic. Very incredibly artistic. I write poetry, I sing, I do weird physical gyrations as I move around my house. Some might call it dancing. Some might call them seizures. YouTube seems to think they're seizures because it keeps trying to push seizure medication on me, and I don't have seizures. But that's the only reason why I say that. Do I have my ATB status thingy on weight? Because I don't want to win. I want active. I want everything going. Meteor, boom! I destroy you, evil king. Oh, it hurts. He dead. Polly, I've been in a couple of those before. They're not the best kind of relationships, honestly. I mean, I didn't mind it. The first one I really didn't pay too much attention to, because it was my friend's wife, and she already had another boyfriend. I wasn't even a replacement for him. I was just a jealousy thing because he broke up with her right before Valentine's Day, so she fucked me right outside the room while he was in there so that he could hear it to make him jealous. I learned all of this afterward. Months afterward, in fact. But that was the truth of the situation. Was that she was trying to make him jealous for breaking up with her right before Valentine's Day, and I was revenge. And then she and I dated for a little while after that, not long. But then the second poly I was a huge fan of, and I tried to do the best I could by them, so much so that they were both married to their husbands still, claiming that they were both going to leave their husbands and then trying to kill each other to get the other one out of the way so that they could singularly be with me. And then neither of those women ever left their husbands. And both of them still tried to kill each other, and now they're both apparently besties. And one of them's husband did leave her, and the other one's still with her husband. Holy shit, that was perfect. I impressed 88 out of 100 nobles watching first try. Queen Braun was quite impressed. I did not miss a single fucking one. I have never done that before. That is incredible. They demand an encore. Perform the fight scene again. No. Yay, they showered me with a bunch of gil. And then Queen Braun gives the princess something. I don't know what it is. But I think the only way that I could have gotten a higher rating on that and gotten more gold was if I had been able to do it faster. And I honestly don't think I could do that faster. I mean, I could try. I could have tried. But the only thing I would have done was hurt myself by trying. I mean, it's not even that I'm my hands and stuff don't work like they used to. So I don't trust my finger movements. My thumbs are perfectly fine. It's more when I don't know about everybody else, but when I'm doing something like that, it's the more I do it, the less good I'm gonna be at it. I'm actually going to continue to get worse at it because I'm going to make a mistake, and that's going to start a snowball of frustration with myself. And then I'm eventually going to get irritated with how frustrated I am getting with myself for not being able to perform the task perfectly on the first try. And I'll eventually just get irritated and stop. And while I know it's not realistic to demand perfection of myself, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. And damn it, if I don't strive for perfection, I'm never going to get anywhere near it. See, like that. Like how I've got a special something for the lovely queen. Yes, yes you do. But why wouldn't you just say I've got something special? Why would you say I've got a special something? Why wouldn't you have it just doesn't. That's the difference between translating from Japanese into English. They speak too formally. But I mean, that's understandable. I mean, their language, Nihon needs to be a formal language because they've got 3 different written languages. They've got the katakana, hiragana, and the kanji. So, I mean, their language is one of the few syllabic languages in the world that predates the Bible. Like, so it's ancient. It's subtle. Oh, the subtleties in Japanese, in the Nihon language. Because believe that's what the Japanese call themselves. The Japanese do not call themselves Japanese. They do not call their land Japan. They are the Nihon. Their land is Nihon. They are, I guess you could call them Nihonese if you wanted to, but I mean. And English speakers, we are Americans, are eigo ga. Hey, look, it's a white mage. Get it? Because, you know, in all the older games, black mages were the blue and like Vivi, and then the white mages were the thing, like her. Go ahead, lady. Have a wonderful day, ma'am. Wait a minute, did the game just tell me to go myself and, like, do the other option anyway? That's so weird. Cookie. Oh, the twins. One speaks like Yoda and one speaks like, well, everybody else. And I get it, he's supposed to be speaking inverted. You know. Because some bad guys aren't very original. Which is why they're henchmen. God, these guys are so annoying. Oh no, it's not the queen. It's Beatrix, captain of the Knights of Pluto, or not the captain. That's freaking Alfonso or whatever his name is over there. Beatrix is the queen of the knights, like the females, whatever they are, the Knights of Alexandria or something like that. Can't remember what they're called. Doesn't matter. She's the one, I'm pretty sure, who gives whatever it is to somebody. I don't know. It's been a year since I played this game. It's unfortunate how much I don't remember. Steiner. Yeah, that's right. Well, everybody else usually gets to keep their names. Nah, screw it. And that's why his name is Rusty. I'm not a bad person. I just do bad things sometimes. You're in the food, aren't you, woman? Quina. Or at least it's one of the frog people. Everybody's gay. fatigue. Dude, you're running up a fucking tower's flight of stairs in damn plate mail, bro. Catch a breath. Oh, but John, he's not a real person. Yeah. You know, there was a time when the Germans considered a certain group of people not persons too. There's a group of time when the Americans considered certain people to not be people, or certain groups to not be people. So, I think the mindset is more important than the material. It's not what you're destroying or making fun of. It's that you're doing it. Going into a digital world with the mindset that I'm in a game, I'm playing a simulation, I'm blowing off some steam to go play GTA and be violent. That's one thing. It's another thing to go into a game with the mindset of, I want to kill people and this is the only way I can do it and not go to prison, is a totally different mindset. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. What matters is the mindset that you have. Because one will feed your soul and one will eat it. I love how they make Ruby a freaking Southerner. But like they don't know our idioms, so they kind of make up their own. Like, what kind of cattle you chasing? It's not the kind of idiom that we have for that, but yeah, it's whatever. Like in the South, I don't know what they say here in LA or anything like that, but in the South, we see somebody running, we go, "Where's the fire?" Now that's a good one. I mean, we do say stuff like that. This so and so is wilder than a bucking bronco, or crazier than a bucking bronco, or like a bucking bronco. Like, that is one we do use, but we use that on many different levels in many different ways. Like, it could be good to be a bucking bronc. It could be bad to be a bucking bronc. It really all depends on the context. Like, if I say she's a bucking bronc in bed, this is a good thing. If I say arguing with her is like dealing with a bucking bronc, this is a bad thing. It means you're stubborn. It means you're violent. If I say something along the lines of, "God, I love my life with her," wrestling around with her every day is like riding a bucking bronc. All good shit. All good shit. Hey, look. It's Princess Garnetzel Alexandros, heir to the throne of Alexandria. No way! I totally didn't see that. No way! I mean, like, how much easier can a kidnapping go than when the person you're supposed to be kidnapping is like, please, please, I'm begging you, take me with you. It's like, you know what? Sure, princess, I solemnly swear to kidnap you. Hey guys, we're gonna kidnap the princess. No way. I love it. There is nothing. You see nothing. Pretend you play nothing. Way to go, Blank. At least I'm pretty sure that was Blank. I could be wrong. It could just be a lazy bum of a freaking soldier not wanting to do his job. Whatever. Thought there was some way I could turn the engine on or turn that thing on. Oh wait, no, that's not good. Yep, I was right. Blank. What I thought. No, Senna! You bastard! How dare you kill my friend? And now you've let the all globes everywhere. Furthermore, excuse me. I've always assumed that the quote with parentheses inside of it was always supposed to be like a stage whisper, like "Hey guys," you know, like yeah, you kind of like cover your mouth, but like you're not whispering, but you're like, "Hey guys, it's like this," you know, kind of. I was a theater kid. I was also a jock. Just kind of a weird concept. I was in drama because I was good at it, good at doing voices, and I played football because I was big and fast. And I was also really good at math and science. I also got into a senior wood shop when I was a freshman. It was very interesting because I took a wood shop class when I was in 8th grade in junior high. I was actually at a junior high when I took it. So, and that was in Bonnie Lake. I went to Sumner Junior High, I think, or somewhere, Edgewood, something like that. No, it was in Bonnie Lake, but I don't remember what the name of the school was. I think it was in Sumner. But I went to the junior high there, and in 8th grade I took a woodshop class, and then we moved to Edgewood, and I went to Fife High School. And the only woodshop classes they had there were woodshop A and woodshop B. Now, the only prerequisite for woodshop A was that you had to be a junior. And the only prerequisite for woodshop B was that you had to have completed woodshop A. They counted my 8th grade woodshop as woodshop A, and then let me take woodshop B in my freshman year. So I was in a class filled with seniors. And I did not disappoint them. I remember I was on the lathe. I was making a goblet, like one of those old school, fantasy style goblets. But I was making it out of I think I was making it out of pine, just something cheap, something simple. And a piece of the wood sheared off while I was carving down. Because when you're carving down it starts out as a square block, but then you use a bandsaw to cut it down to like an octagon. And then, but you still got to spin that up. You still got to spool that up. And I mean, you can sand it to some extent, but you're still going to get little chips that fly off. And I got a decent sized chunk that tore out and flew down the chisel into my thumb and tore the entire end of my thumb off. And I didn't realize that's what had happened. I just thought it had hit my finger, and I went, oh shit! And I you know how you flick your hand, you know, when you're in pain, and I saw blood go all over the freaking wood lathe, all over the freaking project, and I was like, oh shit! And I looked at my hand; it was all bloody. I went to the teacher, the shop teacher, and I was like, I fucked up my hand. He was like, oh yeah, you definitely fucked it up. Go to the nurse. And then when I came back later that afternoon, I was only gone for maybe an hour, not even just long enough for the nurse to bandage me up. She was like, you want to pass out of class? You want to get out? I was like, hell no, I got shit to do. So she bandaged me up, sent me back to wood shop. Like a couple minutes later, guys come in, because we were in block scheduling at the time at Fife High School, which means that's 4 classes a day, hour-and-a-half long classes each. So I went to the nurse. That happened at like the beginning of class. That happened to like the first 5-10 minutes of class, and I was gone maybe 10-15 minutes and went back to class, spent the rest of the class in there doing my project. The seniors had left because the seniors had the ability to sign themselves out at any time, period. If they were over 18, they could sign themselves out and just leave school. But like if they were seniors for lunch, they could sign themselves off campus and just go off anywhere to go eat lunch. They could drive in their own personal vehicle off to go get food. If they were over 18 and a senior, they could sign themselves out and leave school at any time during the day, so long as the teacher approved it. And the shop teacher didn't give a shit. He was like, whatever. So long as you turn in your assignments and you pay your bills, I don't care what you do. He was a shop teacher. That's why they had it as a junior senior class, because most of the time, by the time people get to that, they're past all their schooling. Like, they know everything they need to know. I think that's probably why they gave me that class, because high school wasn't very difficult for me. That's why I loved going into the arts and stuff mostly. But they all came back from wherever it was that they had gone, because they all went out somewhere. Dude was building a speaker box for his Chrysler Sebring. I remember that car because it was beautiful. I wanted one just like it. It was like a mint green Chrysler Sebring. And he was building a stereo box, a speaker box for the back, for the trunk. And he wanted it built out of solid wood. He was building it himself, paying for it, everything. He was going to do it himself. It was beautiful when he got done with it. It was so nice. He upholstered it and everything in the wood shop. It was good. But they all came back and they all saw me sitting there on the wood lathe with my hand all bandaged. They were like, holy shit, you're back? I was like, yeah, I got shit to do. They were like, holy shit. And then I got to talking to one of the guys, and he was like, yeah, no, we didn't think you were going to come back. We figured you hurt yourself on purpose so you could get out of wood shop. I was like, no, dude, I wanted this class. He was like, really? I was like, yeah, I love this shit. He was like, oh, well, good. It's good to see you back. I learned that I gained a lot of respect from the seniors that day. In fact, so much so, there was another dude in another class who I later played on the football team with, and he was kind of a prick to me. He wasn't really so much like a bully. He did bully some of the people that I hung out with and some of the people that I knew, and I asked him to stop that because I was bigger than him, and I didn't want to have to ask him harder. And he did do that, but he was always kind of an asshole to me after that. And all I did was just ask him really nicely. I was like, look, I hang out with those guys. They're my friends. Please don't be mean to them, or I'm going to have to be mean to you. And I don't want to be mean to you. I don't have any problem with you, but you have a problem with people that I like. And then he just started becoming an asshole to me because there wasn't really much else he could do. And then apparently after that incident with the seniors in the shop class, one of the seniors overheard him saying some shit about me to somebody else and corrected that shit. Like on the spot was like, yeah, no, you don't talk shit about him or you're going to have to fuck with all of us seniors because he's our boy now. And I didn't know that even happened. I was told about that like months later, that event took place in a totally different class that I was never even a part of. Dude was throwing dirt on my name, and one of the seniors stepped in and was like, no, you're not going to do that. And then after that happened, he started being really nice to me for some reason, and I never did know why until somebody told me that was what happened. He just started being really nice to me, started trying to hook me up with this chick that he knew I was kind of sweet on and stuff. It started being really kind of creepy. If I had known that at the time, I'd have been like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, that makes sense. I would have took it for what it was, not for what I thought it was, which is him just being creepily nice to me, like trying to get in my good graces, like he, was going to stab me in the back. I thought he thought I was dumb and was trying to be my friend so he could, like, lure me or trick me into some stupid shit. But I was wrong, and I found that out later, and I apologized to him for that too, because I told him, I was like, that's why I wasn't trying to be your friend or even listen to you or talk to you or anything, because I thought you were just trying to be an asshole to me. He was like, no. They told me what was up, and I came out, and I was like, all right, well, I'm going to be good to him now. And I was like, I can respect that. And I mean, we all played football together, so I mean, it wasn't like, and I ran track as well, because, I'm a nerd. There's really, really nothing more invigorating than just cutting loose on a smooth, flat surface. To the point that your legs feel like rubber. I remember when I was graduating from AIT, well, basic and AIT, because I was OSET, which I went to basic and AIT together. It's OSET, one station unit training. And I went to it at Fort Leonard Wood camp, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, just outside of St. Roberts, I believe. It's the name of the small little town where there's a titty bar there named Big Louie's that we always went to whenever we could get our off-post passes. But Fort Lost in the Woods, that's where I went to my 82nd Chemical Battalion, 3rd Chemical Brigade, 3rd ID. Yeah. Echo Company. I'm sure my mom still has, well, maybe she doesn't. I don't know. I know she still has all the letters that I sent her while I was at basic. I had my journal somewhere at some point. I don't know what I did with it. I kept a journal while I was in basic, but I ran my 2-mile run at the end of AIT, basic and AIT, because it was all one, in 14 minutes and 16 seconds. Now that's 7 minutes and 8 seconds a mile. Now, the dude that was running with me, my buddy, I don't remember hardly any of the people I went to basic with. I remember their faces. I don't remember any of their names. I know most of them didn't survive. And that shit breaks my heart. Because I was real sweet on one of the girls. And she was sweet on me too. Like it wasn't like a one-sided thing with her. We made out in basic. We were cleaning out I wouldn't really call it a tool shed, because it wasn't a tool shed. But it was like where they kept all the old targeting mats, all the old training rifles. Just, I mean, they hadn't cleaned it out since probably Nam. And fucking, we had to clean it all out, and we're all in there digging all that stuff out. And it's late. It's probably freaking, oh God, it's probably 8 or 9 at night. Middle of probably September, October in Missouri. So it's late. It's cold. And she and I are standing there, and we're just talking, shooting the shit at this point because everybody's kind of just wandering around doing their own thing. We're not being supervised. We're unsupervised privates expected to be cleaning out a room. We're literally doing the minimal that we can and cleaning out the room as slowly as we can. And that's exactly what they expect us to take as long as we can. That's why we've been there all day. And they didn't come, and they just came and checked on us. You guys doing good? All right, we'll come check on you later. Because they knew it was going to take a long time. We were going to shoot the shit. We were going to bullshit. It was more of a team building exercise than it was anything to do with anything, because the excuse was that we were pulling all of that stuff out because of some inspection that we were going to have in like 3 months. And I mean, I understand, you know, the reasoning for it, but like as a logical person, I'm like, wait, so you have this inspection, and they always claimed it was, and we did have an inspection. In fact, they do inspections, but it's like they tell you that they haven't cleaned this, and it looks like it hasn't been cleaned out in years. Like, it's dirty, it's filthy, it's bad, and it looks like they haven't. And then when you actually get on the other side of that, once you're out of AIT and you're actually, you know, talking to drill sergeants, and you're being bribed with your E6 to go to drill sergeant, or with your E5 to go to drill sergeant school, then you start learning things. And one of the things you learn is that drill sergeants will either create busy work where there is no work to be done, just to create team building exercises so that camaraderie can build naturally, a rapport amongst the soldiers can build, or they will have structured, formal, you know, team building exercises that are like more the human bridge, or the climbing the tower without a ladder, the confidence course, pretty much every single thing you learn in basic combat training. It's all one giant team building exercise, including the first 2 weeks of Red Phase, which are Hell Week, or the first 2 weeks, which are Red Phase, which are called Hell Week, even though it's 2 weeks long, which just shows you the blasphemous irony and hilarity of the United States military. Hell Week is 2 weeks long. But I remember when I was in basic training, when I got to Leonard Wood, our drill sergeant, well, not our drill sergeant, not mine. I mean, he ended up, he was mine at the time, but then I ended up getting moved to a different platoon because he was racist toward me for some reason. I guess he didn't like natives or something. I don't know. I don't know what the issue was with him. Nobody else ever had any problem with me. Just him. I got moved to a different platoon, but he had a bunch of us, like 4 or 5 of us, on the shower floor naked, rolling in circles left and right, talking about, I'm gonna get every one of you to quit. I'm gonna get everybody to quit. It's like, look, I understand the point is to weed out everybody who's not, you know, viable for combat. That makes sense. That's okay. And as a person, as an autistic person, I didn't know at the time that that's what was wrong with me, but I since figured that out. As an autistic person, rolling around naked on the ground in the water was really disgusting, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I had signed up to die for my country, so I think rolling around in some mucky water was the least that I could do. The fact was, short of putting a bullet in my brain, there was nothing that they were going to do to stop me from becoming a soldier, and that's not what they were ever going to do. What the military wanted more than anything is guts. What the military wanted more than anything, I found, what they wanted more than my intelligence, what they wanted more than my body, was they wanted my force of will. That I will never give up until the mission is complete attitude. That is what they wanted and coveted above all other things. My will. And I don't regret my time in the military. I regret all the death that comes from the military. But I loved the discipline. I needed it. I wanted it. I needed the camaraderie, the team building, the social building. Still don't fully understand why humans do the things that they do. And maybe I'll never understand why normal people do the things that they do. But I have come to understand normal people very, very well. And I had to. Not only because I had to survive in combat, I had to survive in combat with members of my own team not misunderstanding me and ending up dead or killing each other. So communication, that was the biggest thing that I learned in the military. It's not that, and that's the saddest part about being alone right now in my life. It's not that I don't understand why I'm alone. I understand perfectly why I'm alone. I'm alone because I refuse to play the social games that everybody else plays and dance that fucking dance. It's stupid. Why do you do it? It makes no sense. But then they do it. They do it. And they do it. And then they do it. And then they keep doing it. And they wonder why their lives are the way they are. I mean, my life, I may be lonely, but my life's not so bad. I'm not being beaten, shot, stabbed, or threatened in any way, as far as I know. I know you want mail, Mo. But, like I said, I don't miss my time. I don't regret my time in the military, let me say that. I do miss it sometimes. But I don't ever regret joining the military. I regret what the military did to me, but I would never regret my time in the military. It was very helpful to me and my character building. It was imperative to my story arc as the main character. Frog. Get frog. But going back to what I was originally talking about with the running and the speed stuff is that's how much I loved to run when I was younger. I loved it. I was good at it. Like, I forgot to equip all that good shit I freaking stole from everybody at the beginning of the game. My dumbass. But that's how much I love to run. And I was good at it too. And that's also how, I guess, how tall I am, I guess you could say. Okay. 14, 16 isn't anything to fucking to laugh at. I mean, that's... How many people can say they've ever ran a mile in 14 minutes? I mean, that's actually pretty easy to do, now that I think about it. But not for some people. Some people will never run a mile at all, much less than. But if you're gonna count oranges to apples to oranges, it's not really gonna. The dagger. I can learn flee, or I can equip the mage masher and learn everything. No, that's not what I wanted. Well, I don't flee. Daddy never flees. So, I'm not gonna put it on. To use. I'm gonna put it on because, no sense in not having it on. I don't plan on fleeing. I'm not gonna flee. But there are times in the game where I think technically you do flee, and I want to get money if I do. Phoebe. One night. Look, he's a little furry monkey. Isn't he cute? Zidane transforms into a little furry monkey. You. Oops, Zidane needs health. Really? He doesn't have anything to steal? That's lame. There goes his trance. Oh man, I don't care what anybody says. They're probably poisonous. And they're probably killing me. But Chips Ahoy, regular chocolate chips are the best. I don't care what you're saying. I mean, Famous Amos has some good ones. Like some really good ones. But they just don't make big ones. All the Famous Amoses I see are little ones. That's right, BB. Set him on fire. Aha, burn, baby bird. See if I can steal anything from him. Ah, he does have something. Nice. gotta still have something left in it. Oh, right, I haven't got unlocked the sword art yet. That's right. You take that sword. You take it like you know what's good for you. Damn. It's almost a third of his health. I don't think he has anything else, but you never know. Oh shit, I should have used that turn to heal Vivi. If Vivi dies, it's all over. It's no mother flipping way. Bueno. Oh, I guess I won't get a chance to steal from him again. Oh well, I got a leather wrist and a broadsword. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure all monsters only have 2 items you can steal from them. I mean, I could be wrong. Suppose I could take a minute. Pull up. Tough, cause she noticed that butt was stuffed. Even the jeans she's wearing, I'm hooked in the car. Stop, staring, oh, boo, baby. I wanna get with you, and take your picture. My homeboy tried to warn me, but that butt you got me so hard. Come on, turn on. There we go. I don't know why my tablet like turned off. Oh no, it knocked everybody out. Why is everybody unconscious? Wake up! What the heck? Had to reboot my Surface. Gennaro Monero. What I find exceptionally funny about that is that as he's putting the poison into his body, he goes, it's not bad. Yeah, that's the point. Poison's not supposed to taste bad. You wouldn't take it if it did. That's why it's poison. It's supposed to taste good. People are like, oh, they'll spit out something nasty. They're like, oh, that tastes like poison. It's like, no, it doesn't. If it was poison, you wouldn't have a problem drinking it. You want to know what poison is? Poison is pouring carbonated water into your body that's laced with pure cane sugar and high fructose corn syrup. That's fucking poison. Like, forgetting the fact that the nitrogen in the carbonated soda is going to leach into your bloodstream and then leach all the oxygen out of your bloodstream. You're then going to have also the problems with the dehydration, as it blocks the absorption of water into the body, because your body is busy storing all the fat that it's making from all that pure sugar. That is the one thing that they don't tell you, except in health class. Pouring pure sugar into the bloodstream, my body cramp, slows the body down. It's like quicksand in your blood, because all the body does with sugar is store it. Like, it doesn't have to do anything to it. It doesn't have to process anything or anything like that. So I learned a lot of stuff when I was dating my ex-fiance Natalie, because she was hypoglycemic, and because she had multiple sclerosis. I don't know if the multiple sclerosis was tied to the or I don't know if the diabetes was tied to the MS or if it was a separate diagnosis altogether. But she had that, and so I learned a lot studying that about how the body breaks down sugars, and the difference between complex and simple sugars, and how complex sugars are good for the body, because the whole point of ingesting a sugar is it's being converted into energy. And if you're eating something that is a sugar and you're not burning it off, the body is just going to convert that into fat and store it. So if you're eating a sugar and it's complex, but there's no nutrients to it, like let's say a pastry or something like that, well, your body's got to break down the bread and the pastry and everything like that, and burn energy to do that. So it's not just storing all that energy. It's not just going to seek out energy from somewhere else in the body. Your body's going to use the energy that's most readily available right at hand. Because as we learned in physics class, energy is lazy. Energy will take the shortest route possible. Your body's not going to reach into your toe to extract energy to burn nutrients in your shoulder. That's not how it works. It's going to use the energy that is closest and most readily available. And what's that going to be? The sugar that it's literally processing right now. It's going to burn it to convert it. To burn it. So that it can then use that energy to extract whatever nutrients it can from the rest of the food that you're doing, or the exercise that you're doing, or whatever it needs to use that energy for. But simple sugars, your body doesn't have to work to convert them. So it just, if it doesn't use them immediately, it stores them. And that's bad. You don't want to store fat. And that's all that the body does with sugars. Any sugars that your body doesn't burn off or expel out, which if you're expelling sugars, you probably should have your pancreas checked. But if you're not storing it or expelling it, it's being used. Period. Vivi. And when it comes to like eggs, I don't really understand why vegetarians have an issue with eating eggs. I know vegans will eat eggs, you know, because they're technically ovo-lacto vegetarians. Vegans are. Or do I have that backwards? Are vegans calling themselves the vegetarians, and vegetarians are now ovo-lacto vegetarians? I don't know. I stopped paying attention to it after I stopped dating a vegan. But it used to be that vegetarians would not eat anything that came from an animal. Like, they were purely vegetarian. Like, that was what denoted vegetarian. They were vegetarian. They only ate vegetables. They took supplements to supplement the iron and everything else that they can't get from animals, because they only ate plants. And then vegans came along and were like, no, we're vegetarian, but like, we eat eggs and drink milk and eat cheese. And the regular vegetarians were like, okay, well, you're ovo-lacto vegetarians then. We'll accept you as vegetarians, but you're ovo-lacto vegetarians. You eat ovum and you drink things made with lactate. You're ovo-lacto vegetarians. And they're like, no, we don't like that. That's too long. We're going to call ourselves vegans. And the vegetarians were like, cool. Now, I guess people call vegans vegetarians and vegetarians vegans, which I don't understand how that happened, but whatever. I guess it's like the whole myth that the parties switched when, you know, it's all a uniparty and they never switched. But what do I know? I am just crazy man who does voices and plays video games. I am probably considered crazy person. Who knows? I not know. Do you know? There is not much that we do. Good night. I'm looking on here trying to get a freaking... I guess it doesn't have an actual bestiary on here, but I did find a list of all the enemies in the game. I don't know that they're in any specific order. They don't appear to be. Because Black Waltz 1, 2, and 3 all appear in order right before Sagnal. And that's not how they all appear. Well, I guess technically you do see Black Waltz 3 before you enter the tournament in Lindblom, but like you don't fight him, because you fight the Black Waltz 1 in the ice cave, and then you fight Black Waltz 2 and beat the dog's crap out of him, and then he chases you through the South Gate and crashes in South Gate. Yeah, monies. Leave us never forget what they did to the poor man who bet that Zim would win and find Earth. What was it? He bet. Oh no! That's what it was. He bet that Zim would, or that the mission would fail or something like that. But Zim took over the robot in Operation Impending Doom 1, and he ended up destroying the freaking invader homeworld. And the tallest egg decided that they were going to exile him to Earth. Remember, let us never forget what happened to the one invader who bet that the plan would fail, and he won all that quote-unquote monies. They strapped him to the same rocket they launched Zimoff in. People will hate you if you are exceptional in any way. The nail that stands out always gets hammered first. Yeah. It's a really, really sad statement to make, but it's very, very, very factual and true, so. Oh, you stupid. This thing is being ridiculous, redonkulous, ridiculous, because I plug my phone in and that stupid thing pops up. She's cute. She's in trouble. That's all that matters. That's right, Zidane. I like where your head's at, bro. She's cute. She's in trouble. That's all that matters. You're my boy, Blue. Where's the other part of my cookie? My cookie, bro. You know, they said that's the way the cookie crumbles, but I beg to differ. Beast killer and protect girls. Is that something he can equip, is it? No. That's probably for Rusty. Hey, boss, I came to tell you that I quit. I don't like you. You're a piece of shit. And I want to go home. Yeah, she is really pretty, kid. Go. Have fun. Anytime, old man. It hurts. Why, Baku? Why? Oh shit, I already stole everything. I was thinking there was something else. I'm gonna make you think tickles. You're gonna make boy. Woo! I'm a man. I gon' cut you so bad. You gon' wish I don't cut you so bad. No, I guess it might be in order. Yeah, because it says Masked Man, Steiner, Prison Cage, Baku, Plant Brain, Black Waltz 1, Black Waltz 2, Black Waltz 3, The Zagnal in Lindblom, Gizmaluke in Gizmaluke's Grotto, then Beatrix in fucking Burmecia. And then the Black Waltz number 3 and Revel Raha. I think that's another Burmesian fight. It might be, yeah, because the Antlion is the fight that you get into at the tree location, where they bring Bahamut in to shut down the whirlwind. His big beautiful sea is lovely in every way that can be a lovely thing. Treasure. Yes. Daddy likes free shit. Oh wait. Don't want to leave you. Not done. I need backup. Doing things by yourself is usually not the right way. I am Adalbert Rusty. You are a bit rusty. I know it says his name is Adalbert, but that sounds a lot like a little bit. Like if you were drunk, slurring your words, Adalbert. Adalbert Rusty. Yeah, you are a bit rusty. No, Adalbert Rusty. Yeah, no, we get you. Then he pulls out an idea. Oh, your name is Adalbert Rusty. Right. Yes. That's not totally creepy at all. I know, because I didn't do it. Yeah. learned the Beast Killer yet. That will also teach him the Minor Strike, but he has not learned the Bug Killer yet. That will teach him the Antibody. So I really need him to learn all of these things. So, and I really need him to learn all of these things as quickly as possible, Zidane. Chop chop. We'll see. The way the game works, it's like you gotta go and you gotta battle these non-existent creatures, right? You gotta summon them from the nether, right? You gotta make them like appear, because they're not real, right? They're not really there, right? Shut up, Vivi. Get in the car, bro. I wish to try an experiment. I was wondering if you could imbue my sword with your spells, with your magic. And now is the winter of our discontent. Or I suppose for some of the more unfortunate people, the winter of our discount tent. Right. Yes. Yes. Don't forget about setting the abilities. Yes. Pretty sure I forgot to set everybody else's abilities, right? I don't think I'm going to encounter any birds here. But I definitely want him immune to poison and everything else I can make him immune to. I need you to shut up by your face. See, normally, I'm one of those mellow, dramatic fools. Neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. And normally I would save all of those things, mercilessly, until my eyeballs bled. Not gonna sell any of those. I will sell this dagger and this broadsword, since I've already got one. I think I ended up stealing 2 broadswords. Say this way. No, I'm good. I don't need anything. My bad. Alright, limit it. Okay, he's got a leather wrist, he's got a wrist, he's got bronze gloves, so he's the only one that I have that uses a wrist. She's gonna need armor and stuff when I finally claw her out of there and we make our run through the forest. I'm not gonna have anything to give her if I sell those wrists. I should keep one at the least. He's the only one that wears a leather shirt. She's probably... Can he wear a leather shirt? Okay, she'll probably be able to wear the leather shirt then if she doesn't already have the leather shirt on. Maybe she won't, I don't know, but I'm going to keep it. I will sell one of the... No, I won't. I'm good. I've got almost 500 gold. I'm going to keep everything else. Save it again, yes. I think I'm out of cookies. Oh no. I did it all for the cookie. The cookie. So you can take that. Oh no, wait, that's backwards. Ruby is a nice girl. Oh wait, I should tent. Wait. Do I need to tent? No. Not wasting a tent for 30 health. Or whatever. Yeah, not even 30 health. You know, no wasting a tent for 30 health. 2 hours, and then finally into the game, like legit into the game, and it's a back attack. Of course it is. Like I literally don't. My ATB gauge doesn't even start up until he actually attacks. Oh shit! I forgot to fuck with my ATB gauge. What can I steal from you? Potions? How about I cut you in half? Maybe hit you with a little bit of the razzle dazzle. How dare you attack Vivi? You bastard. I think he got his turn in though. Yeah. Now only need 7,822 more fights just like that one, and I can get a new car. Or, you know, whatever. Another back attack? Oh, y'all are some bitches. Leave my homies alone. Ooh, it's a Fang. Hey, little Fangy. Do you want to die, Fangy boy? I'd apologize, but there's nothing left to apologize to. Oh! always make my coffee and try to use real sugar, real cane sugar, but like a third of a cup for a 28, like a half gallon or gallon pitcher or something like that of coffee that I make. I make one full carafe and put a third of a cup of sugar in the whole thing. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Vivi, hit him over the head with your stick, because I'm a dumbass. That's right, Vivi. Show him who's boss. That'll get Zidane another level. These guys really don't give me much aid. It's gonna be a minute. I can actually probably learn. I can learn Minus Strike faster than I learn Beast Killer. And then I could go on to learn Beast Killer later. Or, you know, something. Yeah. But I do need Bug Killer, because everything I'm fighting here is going to be bugs. Of course, I guess Beast Killer probably wouldn't be so bad either. But I can learn this faster. 15 points faster. That's 15 fights faster. Then I can have this and the other thing when I go into the boss battle, because he's going to give me a bunch, and that should help me finish the other one a lot faster. Because damn it, I'm going to have the Iron Sword equipped when I go into that battle. Well, I get this leveled up some, get it close to being finished, and then when I go into that battle, and then I can build it up close to completion, and then go into this final boss battle, because the plant brain gives me like fucking 6 AP or some shit like that, some ridiculous amount of AP for a boss, because they're all boss fights do. Oh no, that's right. Oh, boss fights don't give me any AP. Oh shit, I forgot about that. They don't give me any experience either. Oh. Oh no. Hello there. It's nice to meet you. Goodbye. Thank you for your time. Yeah, more level ups. Almost a day. Almost, those little bastards. I like that accent. I like that. That. I don't even know why I like it so much. I've never been to New York a day in my life. But I can sound like like a woman who smoked 30 packs of cigarettes a day for 50 years. Like I should be retiring to Florida tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Like it's bad. You little bastards, leave my freaking magic user alone. Oh, my asthma. Oh. Just killing. Kill him. Sweet. Now see, there is a trick in this game, a key in this game, if you will. It's not so much a trick as it is the only way you're going to be able to survive. And that trick is there are 3 level-based abilities in this game. There is level 3 defenseless. There is level 3 defenseless, level 4 shell or silence or something, and then there's level 5 death. Now what that means is that anyone in your party whose level is divisible by 3, we'll go, because I don't remember what the level 4 ability is. But the level 3 ability is defenseless, and the level 5 ability is death. If you have a character who's, say, level 99, which is divisible by 3, then you would be affected by the defenseless ability, which lowers your defense. Whereas if you're a level 100 character, which is divisible by 5, you would be affected by the level 5 death spell, which is unstoppable at killing your character if your character's level is divisible by 5. There's nothing you can do. There's no defense against it. There's no saving yourself. Nothing. Literally nothing can save you if your character's level is divisible by 5. However, the makers of this version of Final Fantasy knew that, and so there is an ability that every character in the game can learn called No Experience. And I highly advise everyone to learn that ability and turn it on when you hit level 99. Because otherwise, you're going to level up and regret it. In addition to getting a decent amount of experience this early in the game, you can just stock up on potions with these monsters, because they all have potions as one of their stealable items. So you just, even if you have to use a couple of potions to re-heal your guys, like, they're free potions, like you stole them. So, because one potion will heal a person attack him, baby. Beat him over the head. Show him who's boss. Die. Stay away from me, you hear? I saw this really cute girl today at the pawn shop. But she's always there. It's not like any other women ever try anymore, you know? It's not like any of them ever try to put forth any freaking effort at all. So that's why I just walk around with my fucking headphones and listen to music most of the time. It's just like, what's the point? They're not gonna try. I'm not even gonna be available to try. Fuck it. I think she was talking to somebody behind the counter because she handled my freaking order and stuff like that, but she was yapping on about her weekend or something like that. I don't know. I wasn't really paying too much attention. I've wasted enough of my attention on those women in there and gotten nothing out of it over the last, good God, like 8-9 months. so I don't really see any reason to pay attention to them anymore. Nobody knows the trouble Yawns, 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 yeah. Oh, look, I got two of the same. You weak, pathetic fools! I'll come for your souls! It would appear that I got another Fang card. Yawns. Yawny yawns. That's not where the bad person is, right? It's like a healing spring or something, right? Oh, man. Nothing. It is the time. Yeah. I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts. And I'm too sexy for your body. Too sexy for your body. So I feel a bit naughty or something like that. I don't know. It's stupid. I'm a model, you know what I mean. When I do my little turn on the catwalk. On the catwalk, on the catwalk, when I do my little turn on the catwalk, and I wear these shorts and stuff that, and I slide down in my chair, and they don't allow for a lot of room after sliding, and I've got to constantly make room. Don't buy polyester, kids. Buy cotton. Drink the spring water. Yes. Talk to the Mog. Save it. Two and a half hours in. We're level 5. Hey, it's Monty. I got a letter for you, bro. This is the technically ideal place because there's a spring right there. So now you just fight, heal, and these guys get good. Good experience. 15 love. Oh no, that's good love, baby. One of them gives me slightly less than running into 2 of the other enemies. 2 of the other enemies equals about 15 experience, whereas 1 of the flowers equals about 13. So, fighting 1 of them guaranteed every single time versus fighting 2 of the other monsters that I'm not guaranteed to fight every time, I'll take that. Burn, baby. Burn. Crispy critters. Who doesn't love themselves a crispy critter? I remember when I was a child, the first time I ever played this game. Ooh, these guys have tents to steal? Oh, your ass is mine, little girl. But I remember when I was a child, the first time I played this game, my mom bought me the strategy guide to go with it. But literally, the strategy guide, and it was the paper one, like the legit strategy guide. And it wasn't like a knockoff strategy guide. It was the actual Square Enix strategy guide. And like it would give you some of the information on like how to do things and get through the game. But 90% of all the information in that book was subtexted with go to this website for more information, and like all of the information was on that website for Final Fantasy IX. Like the guide that she bought, which was like $20, literally just told me to go to a website for free. And I showed her that. And I told her, I was like, don't ever, I love you, Mom, but don't ever buy me another one of these guides. This is trash. I was angry for her, and it wasn't even my money. But I was always a good kid like that. I didn't like my mom fucking having waste money and shit on stupid, ridiculous shit like that. It's like, no. I would have rather she put that toward like stickers or something I could put on my system or something, you know? Or my birthday next year, or anything, you know, whatever. Anything besides a piece of paper that tells me to go to a website for free. No. Almost. Still don't have anything but there. Halfway. And then I'll put that on there. Now what's funny is by the time it irritates the shit out of me, because by the time I'm wearing this, oh wait, the rubber helmet is actually worse than the bronze helmet. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, so I could be working on the minus strike, and I need bug killer. Yeah, fuck it. Pay no attention to me arguing with myself over what I'm going to do. It's faster than trying to argue with myself in my head because, well, it just is. Oh shit, I forgot all my dudes are blind. And now Vivi's dead. Of course, Vivi doesn't really have a lot of power, a lot of health or anything. Oh shit, I gotta bring him back before I kill this Jackal, so otherwise he won't get anything. Die, Wolfie. I mean, good news, it cured his blindness. Bad news, it cured his life, and that's not what we want. Because of KKK. Zidane is going into trance. So I've got him nowhere near getting close, and I've got him almost there. Okay, what ability did you learn? Okay, so it wasn't you. Everything. Freedom! Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Oh, sassy crime!
Now, boys, it's not really polite to fight over Earth. It belongs to me.
Goddamn. One hit KO? Really, man? I'm gonna noise your noise. Because that's the noise thing to do. Is to noise your noise. Alright, that'll learn next. Those in a couple levels. Eventually. Soon. Very soon. Done. I don't plan on doing too much more fucking fighting back here. I just like to give myself a little head start at the beginning of this game, because if you get yourself like to a decent level before you leave the evil forest, then you really don't have to do too much of this grinding for the rest of the game until like late game. And it's not even like an extreme level. It's just I like to get my people around level 10 before I leave the evil forest. No particular reason. Well, I haven't really been paying attention to my people's health, and now they're all knocked out. Kill, Rusty. That's not killing. Flowers really irritate the piss out of me. What am I level at? I'm at level 5 right now. Level 6 for Zidane. And I'm not planning on going all the way to level 10, but I like to get a little bit, a little bit of a level under my belt before I leave here. Because if you do that, then when you get to the fucking the initial waltz, the Dane should for sure be a level 10, or at least a level 10, maybe a level 15 by the time you meet the Black Waltz for the first time. Black Waltz number 1. I am not a crook. Look at that, I got 6 tents because I've been stealing them. I've been stealing tents from the bad people. Oh no, he died. Why, it would appear that Rusty's not rusty at all. Why, he's quite handy. I rather like him. There it is. That's what I was looking for. So I was like, I shouldn't have to keep. I should be able to switch between my people whenever I want to. He did. Why do they die so quickly? Okay, 122, 145, 145. Alright, so say that. Ooh. Wait.
Don't worry, princess. We'll save you.
Does this thing have the fucking... Oh yeah, that's right. It's got the iron sword. That's right. It's got the iron sword. It's weak against fire, obviously, because it's a fucking plant. Oh, that motherfucker gave me 5 AP. Nice. Yeah, and I honestly have no intention of ever trying to get the Excalibur 2, which the qualification for getting the Excalibur 2 is that you must reach Hades in under 12 hours. And, like, that's not impossible to do. I mean, on the original console, in order to do it and really have a nice buffer of time, you had to, every time an FMV started, pop the disc case open and then close it, because that would short circuit the FMV. It would start to play the FMV, and then you would just open the disc tray, and it would short circuit the FMV and skip it. and then you close the tray again, and it's still reading the disc. It didn't stop loading anything. It just skips the FMV. So. You bastard. I'm not worried about Blank. You can kill Blank. Blank's about to fucking be the big Billy badass of the barnyard. I am terrified, petrified, mortified by you. The sad part is I actually remember where all of the disc breaks are in this game. If I remember correctly, the disc break between 1 and 2 is at Southgate. The disc break between 2 and 3 is the death of the world tree. And, well, I don't want to give away too much of what happens in the future, so I'm not going to say what the disc break between 3 and 4 is. I mean, the one thing I always loved about Final Fantasy games is, like, you start out in this, like, innocuous life of these just random people living their everyday life in this, well, world is fantastical. It's not to them, it's just their world. But every single Final Fantasy game, you end up going on these just crazy ass journeys with these people. Like, I remember the first Final Fantasy game I ever played was Final Fantasy IV. Of course, it was on the Super Nintendo in America, so it was Final Fantasy II, or also known as Final Fantasy Easy Mode. But even in that one, like, you start out as the Dark Knight of a kingdom who's like the leader of a bunch of Red Wings, he's an airship captain, basically. He's a leader of an armada. And by the end of the game, you're fighting gods on the moon. Like, what? Like, what? Like, it's, and not only that, not only are you fighting gods on the moon, but your ship is a living whale. Like, it's a literal living creature in the shape of a whale, and it's alive. And like, you could talk to your ship. In fact, you can get a giant chocobo who lives in your ship and does stuff for you. Like, and then you go to the moon and you fight this, like, deity that's inside the fucking moon, encapsulated, captured by all the fucking crystals. And, like, his evil is what possessed all the bad people in the game. And like, they were collecting the crystals so that they could destroy them, so that they could free his ass from the moon. And then in Final Fantasy VII, or let me go before that. Final Fantasy 6? Yeah, you start off as just an innocuous thief and this random chick who can do magic, and by the end of it, you're fighting in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. It's like, and like, nothing in the world is the same. Of course, Final Fantasy VI had probably one of the most unique character building structures I think I've seen of any of the older Final Fantasy games. Because you could make anybody on your team pretty much any position, you know? It's kind of like Final Fantasy V, where you had the job skills thing, but not in the same way, because not everybody could do everything, but there were certain characters that were like multi-class characters, and you could kind of control them, like Mog and the Abominable Snowman, the Yeti. Like, those guys are really customizable if you can get them in the game. And Mog makes the best Dragoon in the game, hands down, out of everybody. You give him some jump boots with a freaking trident or something like that. Oh yeah, Mog will be your best friend coming down from on high, like a little white lightning bolt. But Final Fantasy VI, I mean, Kefka destroys the world. Like, legit destroys the world. And I mean, even in this game, like, the things you learn about these characters, the adventure that you go on in this game. That's why I really want to do this. Boy, I want to do this stream, and I'm gonna stream probably 3 hours ish or more every day until I finish this game, because I want to share this game with everybody from my perspective and what it meant to me. Gosh, bro, you sure know a lot.
Yeah, bro, I know.
Oh, thank you, Mark. And I think this is actually a good place to end the stream for right now, because definitely for right now, because I want to get something to eat, use the restroom and stuff like that. And that'll be a good end to the episode. Episode 1, The Evil Forest. Or Crashing in the Evil Forest. Yeah, that's 3 hours I've been streaming here.